Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music. The Beatles, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, our Easter Monday on this day in music history track, reminding me that I went at the weekend on Saturday night to the Civic Corner at the Civic Centre in Mansfield to see Steve White as Bootleg Paul doing his thing. An absolutely fantastic gig that was too. And talking of gigs, there's a gig coming up in Warsop very soon where there's going to be some comedians, and I managed to catch up with Debbie Holt, local comedian who's put this all together over the weekend, to tell us all about it.
So Debbie, you've started a new comedy night at the Black Market in Warsop. Tell us why you decided to do this.
It was an opportunity that was presented to me. I'd done a charity night at Carter Lane in Shirebrook, and one of the guys who'd seen the show said, come down and meet the people. And it literally was that. It was a conversation. And I'd only ever been in there once for a birthday party. So I wasn't really aware of the place. And yeah, we've come to an agreement, and it's a monthly gig. It's fantastic.
So tell us a bit about yourself then. Obviously, you've been a comedian for a while now, but not for a long time.
No, it's been about 18 months. Some could say it were a midlife crisis, but I think I'm too old for a midlife crisis, to be honest. It was just one of them moments that, you know, kind of like a bucket list thing. So I went to Nottingham. I did a 5-minute spot at the Canal House, and there were like 100-odd people there, all seated, all there for comedy. And when I came off stage, they all cheered and hugged me and kissed me, and I thought, oh my God, this is it. And I got the bug. But the gigs aren't like that. I sometimes play to 2 people and the dog. But, yeah, I just love it. It makes me feel alive, and I guess it makes me feel relevant.
Now, you're based in Shirebrook. Are you the only comedian in this area?
I do know of a couple more, a guy and a girl, a couple. They actually are a couple. But no, I really don't. And please reach out to us, because I'd really like to give local people the opportunity to play at a local venue.
So did you ever think you were going to become a promoter?
No. It's so much easier just to turn up somewhere, do your 10-15 minutes, and that's it. No, it wasn't something I planned, but the people I've met lots of people doing this. I've been doing it about 18 months, and I'm calling in favours, I'm pulling it together, and I've been to enough gigs. I know what a good gig is. I know how to run it. I know how many people should be on and the timings. So it wasn't planned, but it seems to be going quite well.
So, I mean, what's your plans going forward?
I don't have any plans. I just go for it. I just see what happens and go with the flow. I try not to travel too far. My biggest thing is that I don't want to travel too far unless it's worthwhile. I don't need to get the stage time in as much as I did in the first year. In the first year, I did 100 gigs all over the country. I tend to stay in this area, in the East Midlands area, and just carry on doing it. And the main thing is enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, don't bother.
100 gigs, is that how long it really takes to hone a set? We're talking a type 15 or a type 5 or whatever they say?
More than 100, I think. I think I've got a solid 15, 20, you know, depending how many laughs, because people will say, well, can you do 15? And I say, if they laugh, I can. If they don't laugh, I've only got 5. You know, so I think the main thing is kind of, you learn your set, but it's got to come naturally, and I think that's what I'm learning now. So I hope this next year I get more stagecraft. I've got my material, I know what works, but I need to deliver it and interact better.
I guess it's one of those things where you're always learning.
Always learning and changing the material, changing it, adapting it. That worked, this worked. Oh, I should add this. And that's what it is. It's just, it constantly changes. If I look back at my 5 minutes I did on my first ever gig, I think there's only one single aspect of it that I still include.
Fantastic stuff from Debbie Holt, local comedian based in Shirebrook. Her gig coming up at the Black Market in Warsop on the 23rd of this month on St George's Day. More from her next on the show after the Divine Comedy. Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music, the Divine Comedy National Express. And we're talking comedy on the show right now on this Easter Monday, bank holiday today. Chatting with Debbie Holt, local comedian based in Shirebrook, and I asked her next who her comedy heroes were.
Well, Victoria Woods and Caroline Aherne. You couldn't go wrong with Caroline Aherne. Mrs. Merton.
Yeah, she was fantastic and sadly no longer with us. From, I'm guessing by your accent, you're from sort of her neck of the woods, up that way, sort of?
Yeah, I was born in Rochdale, but I haven't lived there since I was 18. I think Rochdale's the kind of town that you leave. Quite depressing.
But you've still got the accent, though.
And do you know what? When I was younger, I'd tried to speak better. I hated the way I sounded. Now I embrace it. I quite like a northern accent now.
I think a northern accent is funnier.
I'll hold you to that. Yes, a northern accent is funnier.
Comedians who are from the north are the best comedians. So, you live in Shirebrook. I'm guessing you like the local area. You used to be a landlady here, didn't you?
Yeah, I do like the local area. Proper people round here. We used to have the Rose and Crown on Stonyford Road. Hi, if anybody remembers me. Left and then came back to the area. The proper people, working class, funny people. Yeah, I love this area.
So tell us when your next gig is at the Black Market. It's called Delightful Debra's Laugh-In, am I right?
Yeah, Delightful Debra's Laugh-In. April 23rd from 8 o'clock onwards. And it's a free entry, but it's kind of pay what you'd like. So at the end, if you've had a fantastic time, I'll come round with a bucket, and all donations welcome, and they're shared between the mechanics. They're shared between the comedians.
I don't know, funny mechanics could be a new thing. Debra, so, I mean, obviously some great acts are going to be there, people that you've booked in, so well worth going along and checking it out. Why do you think there doesn't seem to have been any real sort of like grassroots comedy events like this for a long time in the local area?
I think it gets centred in the cities, in the city centres. There's lots in Sheffield and Derby and Nottingham, and we just kind of get left out. I don't really know why. I think they've tried in the past and it's not been successful and they've not persevered. I don't really know. But I like it round here, and I think the people are ready for it.
Now is the time for us to, for you, not for me, because obviously I'm not a comedian, but for you to make Warsop, Mansfield, Nottinghamshire the epicentre of comedy in the UK. And we were talking earlier on, of course, it's right slap bang in the middle. So it's perfect for people from the north and from the south to come up and be part of this. Be part of this revolution, Debra's revolution of comedy.
And it's true, and you know something, comedians always want stage time. That's what we all want, because none of it works if you just sat in front of your mirror. You need to interact with people, you need to see how they react, and the only way you get that is being on the stage. So people will travel. They will travel if it's a good gig, if you can guarantee a good audience, they will come.
Well, Debra, wish you the best of luck with it, and next one, 23rd of April at the Black Market, Warsop. Go down there and enjoy some comedy, because, during these difficult times, people need a bit of a laugh, don't they?
We certainly all need a laugh. We need a laugh all the time. Thank you so much, and please come down, please support this. I think it's summer. I really do think there's massive potential for this to be the centre of comedy.
Well, I really do hope so. So head down and support Debbie Holt's comedy show, which is called Delightful Debra's Laugh-In, on at the Black Market this month, April the 23rd, May the 21st, and also June the 18th. Those are the ones that are booked in, and hopefully more to follow. So if you can't go this month, you can go in May and in June, May the 21st, June the 18th. Thank you to Debbie for chatting with me. Lovely lady and very funny too. And on the way on this Bank Holiday Monday, Mark Steele is here from 6 through until 7. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow, all being well, from 1 o'clock.
Jam Busters with High Oakham Service Centre.